Once in one of the programs, you described who a real human is. That to nurture a human in oneself means, first of all, to nurture this angel in oneself. That is,
Well, certainly.
and such an understanding comes regarding which way exactly hatred towards one's neighbor murders a person. Why it is murderous, and it's murderous within oneself too, because you're the source.
Well, it's just who hates? Who generates hatred in a person? Consciousness. Therefore, it controls that person completely. Therefore, he is in slavery or under the control, well, let's say, of the system, of the devil, no matter what we call it. But this person isn't free. This person isn't free if he allows, let's say, consciousness to manipulate and to control him, to provoke emotions in him, to impose hatred or something else. Is this person really free? Is he actually alive? Does this slave of the system have a perspective for survival? He has no perspective if he doesn't work on himself. But if a person works on himself, if he controls these processes, he understands, yes, there exists, no matter what we call this, Satan, demons, an information program. Guys, it doesn't matter what this is called, but it does exist, and it really influences your choice every second. It forces you to get emotional, it forces you to waste time on God knows what, instead of your spiritual work. To sit and watch some meaningless TV series, to engage in discussing someone. That is in the literal sense of the word, if we translate this into perspective. And just look what a person is doing. He is sitting and digging his grave, sometimes with a children's shovel, but sometimes he's digging it with a huge shovel.
Yes, he is wasting time.
But his whole life he is digging a grave for himself. He's just wasting time. And here's a simple question. Will a person's hatred towards anyone let him become alive? Become an angel?
He's killing himself in the first place.
Of course.
And he's sending spam to a neighbor.
After all, by hating someone and getting emotional to the beast dictation, you yourself become a beast.
The meaning of these words unfolds so differently.
Of course.
When there is knowledge, right?
Well, there is knowledge, but there is no practice. And so, even knowing this, many people continue listening to their consciousness, which makes them lazy, which tells them that you'll do it later, or it tells them, but you already know everything. And it immediately tells you, look at what a scumbag that one is, or something else, right? Or you are failing at everything, and it begins to judge and discuss a person who consciousness oppresses. But when a person continues buying negative thoughts, as we discussed in the last program, and implementing doubts, meaning he continues digging his grave with sorrow and grief.
They have ceased to live by true feelings, but everything has been replaced with emotions.
Of course.
Because of what they don't need at all.
You're saying it absolutely right. People have ceased to live.
Yes, there is just some individualization going on, totally imposed. Sort of isolation is going on. Every person is on his own.
Divided.
Division, right. The system is dividing all this in consciousness.
Yes, but at the same time, in addition to the fact that he's on his own, consciousness also forces a person to act in such a way that makes other people jealous.
Right.
People want to stand out in the crowd, to exalt themselves. However, isn't this a beastly, peg-like feeling? Alpha males, alpha females and the like? When a monkey is trying to become a leader in a pack of monkeys. Yet people are not monkeys. People are free. And exactly when people are developing spiritually, they understand that they become equal among everyone. It's one big family where everyone is equal. And everything is wonderful. Then there's peace, then there's love, then there's joy, then there's happiness, then there's life. While what is happening among humanity now is continuous fight. It's
For survival.
like animals. Yet why like? If a person is soulless, if the soul doesn't predominate, pardon me, over a person's life, then he's a beast indeed. Yet is it worth spending an effort in order to exist like beasts? And there is another question. Excuse me, I'll get back to this. Is it really worth spending time and effort on beasts?